Yeah, Michelleg. Pull up. When the fight is pipe, and me not die for lifetime. Man, you like you not like your life. Fly the kite, what's with it? I'm the ride the bike, step in a Nike flight. That's blind the sight, yeah, that's a mic the light. You know, I get blight, if I'm a pint the pint. When you're at the night, price the bite. This fool, you must want. When the fight is pipe, and me not die for lifetime. Man, you like you not like your life. Fly the kite, what's with it? I'm the ride the bike, step in a Nike flight. That's blind the sight, yeah, that's a mic the light. You know, I get blight, if I'm a pint the pint. When you're at the night, price the bite. Load of stand up. My love stand up still. Boy, this zoom in a play. One like gentle for them. Nigga, they make the place. Alright, G-Y, pre. Rich fast, then alright. Yo, warm cry, crease. Stand be me name, that is all I see. See if you and your friend, them not burn up, you know. But if I don't make from sundown to sun up, you know. So little boy, though. Don't stand up. My love stand up still. Hey, boy, this zoom in a play that. One like them to fatten. Nigga, we make it place. This fool, you must want every life. When the fight is pipe, and me not die for lifetime. Man, like you not like your life. Fly the kite. I'm the ride the bike, step in a Nike flight. That's blind the sight, yeah, that's a mic the light. You know, I get blight, if I'm a pint the pint. When you're at the night, price the bite. Not out of space.
Yeah, the fix Michelle G. I'm in the building. Oh, wait. I hear stuff like flickering. No. Let me move this computer. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the fix Michelle G. I am live in the building. It's Wednesday. Yay. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I hope you've had a great week so far. We're at the middle of the week. We are at the middle of the week. I have 2 great interviews tonight. And then I'm gonna get into the discussion about this past weekend. I had a great Saturday. Definitely had a great Saturday. I'm gonna talk to you guys about that. It was amazing. It was dope. You know, shout out to all of the women, the successful women this Saturday. All of the events that I was at was really great, really dope, you know. So I'm going to get into that conversation a little later in the show. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. It's almost the end of the month. I hope that you've accomplished whatever you set out to accomplish this month. It is still National Women's History Month. I hope as a woman, you've conquered some things, some people, you know, all of those things. It's also Social Work Month. So shout out to all of the social workers out there, which includes myself. You know, yeah, that's what I do when I'm not here. That's what I do when I'm not here. But I am Michelle G. I'm in the building. Shout out to Get With The Fix, Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, Metric. Hi, everybody. Jano TV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place, all over the place. But I'm here.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm ready to multi. Everything we touch it on go. From when I be 16 years old, I be doing this on my own. Steady giving you the vibes. So everything we touch it on go. Turn up money, give me that. So every time we touch the road, sometimes I be feeling the vibe, but sometimes I'm feeling some pain. But I'm ready to dance on the rain. See, I be doing this on my own. Searching for a way to your heart. I be on a search all alone. Feel good to see you again. Oh yeah, make we get in the zone. See, I tell you, it's all in your mind. You can be what you wanna be. What's gonna be, gonna be. Cause I'ma give it all in me. Oh, love is all I see. Life is all I seek. My life will never leave. Your blessings follow me. All I'm singing about is the story of my life, the story of my life. Yeah. Living like JJ, you know what I know about you. Oh, I feel they hear my voice. This is how I feel inside. And deep on the rock, I'm good. You just want to dance and groove. I'm ready two more time. Everything we touch it on go. From when I be 16 years old, I be doing this on my own. Steady giving you the vibes. So everything we touch it on go. Turn up money, give me that. So every time we touch the road, I praise it two more time. Everything we touch it on go. From when I be 16 years old, I be doing this on my own. Steady giving you the vibes. So everything we touch it on go. Turn up money, give me that. So every time we touch the road, it's missing from me heart, oh, and that is all my soul. And I'm here for give you with a love and a blessing overload. As me come with positive energy and nothing else, no. How they say I survive, I have to make it on my own. So today when you see me dancing, that's a blessing overload. And God bless me, so me not offend nobody, me just a unfeel my own. Now she no go digger, she doesn't know that I'm a precious soul. I may continue on my blessings one by one, and watch it overload. Hey. Remember where you're from, so you can know where you're going. Know we all can overcome. You gotta let the love keep showing. Mama, say a prayer for me. Say, Mama, say a prayer for me. Say, Mama, say a prayer for me. Keep me away from the enemy. I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul.
Oh my gosh. What a powerful song. Wow. 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 What a powerful song. My first guest tonight is Zion the Lion. Wow. This is him and Dre Island. Jugglers, Dre Island, and Zion the Lion. What a powerful song. Wow.
Remember where you're from, so you can know where you're going. Know we all can overcome. You gotta let the love keep showing. Mama, say a prayer for me. Say, Mama, say a prayer for me. Say, Mama, say a prayer for me. Keep me away from the enemy. I feel it in my heart, feel it in my soul. Even when it's dark, I'ma stand up tall. All I wanna see is some happy. Oh, so spread your wings and
Wings and fly away.
to the rising sun. Let the love be lead us on, and we on forevermore. Hey, power
It's
when
power when we meditate.
thanks for saving grace. Keep me for all wrongs that I have done. Oh, Mama, say a prayer for me. Say, Mama, say a prayer for me. Mama, say.
Hi. Good
Yeah, Michelle, how are you?
night. Great. You know what's crazy?
Talk to me.
I downloaded this song like 10 minutes ago and I know all the words to it.
Give thanks, give thanks. All praise to Jah, you know?
This is a powerful song.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Music, you know?
I was looking for gold, right? I was looking for gold in my download apps that I use, and I came across this song, and I'm like, what is this song about? And I just started playing it, and the words just like kept flowing.
Yes,
Wow.
music, music, you know?
Definitely music. So here on Get With the Fix for the first time. This is Zion the Lion. Zion, tell me about this name, Zion the Lion. Tell me about it.
Well, this name, Zion the Lion, when people say, tell me about it, it's like, well, just to keep it short, is a name that mean a lot to not just me, but us. I say us because, you represent me as a family, like the family where I come out from,
Mm,
and us in the sense like, my home,
yeah,
we've always had this lion spirit,
yeah.
and my name is Zion,
Mm,
and my grandfather is the person they always call him the lion,
okay.
so, and as God will have it, there's this big artist. I don't know if you know Two-Face Idibia.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, he's saying, "You are my African queen." Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
remember that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, one day we were in the studio. I was opportune to be in the studio with him and one of my friend, Bockweiler. Shout out to my
Wow.
friend Bockweiler. And he made us freestyle on the song. And after my freestyle, he said, "Zion the Lion,"
Wow.
So,
Wow.
but before now, I don't they already they think am for my head, say, man, you know, I need
Mm,
a name that's, strong, like household name that represent who we are, represent what we stand for,
yeah.
and what we go for.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, this name is way bigger than me. I'm just opportune to
Yeah,
be
definitely.
Zion the Lion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your name is powerful. Your voice is powerful. I mean, like it suits you. The name does suit you. It definitely
thank you,
does.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Where Where are you born? Where are you born?
Nigeria.
So you're my first Nigerian artist. You are the first. Whoop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. You
Yes.
are the first Nigerian artist that I've interviewed, and I've been doing this since 2014. You're the first one.
Wow.
So yeah. So this is a pleasure.
Yo, we need to pop to this. This is one for the record.
This is definitely one for the record. One for the record. Now
So we learn.
You are Nigerian, and
Yes.
it comes through in every song that you have. How did you end up on the Jamaican side of things? Like, how did that happen?
Well, you know, again, sometimes I wish I don't have to explain because somehow I don't know how I happen to be in Nigeria. But I would say maybe because of the music that I grew up on, the type of music that I grew up on,
Mm,
My father loved reggae music so
wow.
much, you know. I never even really grew up listening to, I mean it's crazy, but I never really grew up listening to Nigerian music like that, like that. I did,
Wow.
but not that deep. But when it comes to like reggae music,
Mm.
it is something that we wake up to, probably go back to bed with it with it with it playing on the background from Bob Marley to Peter Tosh,
Mm,
Um, if okay, back home too, we have Lucky Dube. When I say back home, I mean back in Africa, in South
mm.
Africa, we have Lucky Dube.
What
In
is that? What's
Nigeria,
that? What's
Lucky,
Lucky doing? What's that?
you don't know Lucky Dube? Is a
No.
is is a reggae musician from South Africa. Look him up, Lucky
Oh, I
Dube.
have to. Definitely got to look him up. Yeah.
You have to, please. In Nigeria, we have Raskimono.
Yes.
We have Majek Fashek.
Mm,
Big up to Pato Rankin doing what he's doing right now. Beautiful. We love it.
yeah.
Representing for the culture. So reggae music, I think, have always been a home thing.
Yeah.
For me, I at the point I thought it was from somebody singing that song is from Nigeria, but and then when I realized, okay, it's Jamaica, I start traveling, I realized I'm like, this is great. And that's what, you know, connect me with my Jamaican people.
Nice. Nice. How long
Yeah.
have you been doing this music? How long have you been singing?
Uh, like officially or unofficially.
Unofficially and then officially. And tell me what made you decide, or who was the person that says, you know what, you need to do this legit. Like this, you have it.
Well, we always sing music everywhere in school, with my friends on the staircase. We always freestyle music. We always make music. And to an extent, these people be the same people that will be like, Zion, this sounds very deep, you
Mm,
know. I kept hearing that. I've always heard that from my friends, mostly my friends,
okay, okay.
because they be the ones that I be around with all the time and feel that free to, do what I do. Um, Music has always been around me from I'm born.
Wow.
My dad loved music, like I said earlier. He know how to play bass, guitar. Um, then I think officially, I finally decided like, okay, after I had an experience where I was in a studio with a couple big artists,
Mm, okay.
um, people that I look up to too. And after the studio time, they called me to the side and said that there is something. At the time, they even wanted to like put a paperwork or whatever, but
Wow.
my,
Wow.
my father wasn't going for no paperwork, no nothing like, yeah, man, like, no, you not go sign, don't bother sign nothing with nobody.
Nobody. I like him. I like him.
So yeah, he just said, just keep building this, because for him, music is more of a spiritual thing. I'll say for
Yeah.
us. So
Yeah.
it's not something to play with. It's just something, it takes serious. So when I finally decided, okay, I'm going to do this head on,
Mm,
no second choice. It's
mm.
just couple years ago, you
Wow.
know, yeah, a couple years ago. I can't tell you the exact year, but I know after I got my first deal, you
Mm.
know, that's when I was like 16 years old.
Wow.
And yeah, and finished with that. That's when I decided, oh yeah, I'm him.
Wow.
Like the
Wow.
American people say, I'm him.
I'm that I'm that
All
guy.
praises to Most High. Yes, Michelle.
I love
Yo,
it.
I have an auntie named Michelle.
You do? She's a not how
Yes,
she's a nice lady, isn't she? She's nice, right?
very sweet. Oh my God. Every time I come back from school and my mother is still at the market, I just run to my auntie house to go and eat.
Kids.
Because she
Hi,
can,
Auntie Michelle.
huh?
I
Say
said
that again.
hi, Auntie Michelle. Hi. Hi.
Yes, Auntie Michelle, if you're watching, hi,
Hi.
I miss your food.
So the
Yes.
thing what I notice about your music is that it seems very commercialized, right? Which means that you are able to be in any space in any part of the world, and your music, people will understand, people will listen. Is that something that you decided that you needed to do in order to, come out of, not to say fully come out of Nigeria, but to have your music spread around the world?
Oh, no, I don't decide nothing. I just sing.
Wow.
Yeah, I just sing, music from when you hear the instrumental,
Mm,
somehow the music is going to the commercial can take care of itself later.
right.
Whatever you promote properly is gonna sell in this day and
Right.
time.
Right. Right.
But the
Right.
intention behind what we make is with hope to like uplift.
Mm,
If you find a dance in between, good and fine.
yeah. Yeah.
But we want to. There's so much going on in this world, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
know.
so much going on, my sister. So yes, we make music for the clubs. We make, but the deeper intention is happiness.
Yeah.
Find a state,
Definitely.
yeah, find happiness through the music because it can come natural once you rise up in the new day and just put a good nice. You can start with a gospel song, just music in general. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be, oh, this secular, that, just the whole
Music.
art of music. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was the intention part of it to uplift. But when it comes to the commercial thing, yeah, as a smart businessman, I'm an Igbo man. I'm the maroon,
You're the
don't be like,
maroon. Okay. Now
yes,
I'm getting the connection to the Jamaica, the reggae side. Now I'm getting the
yes.
full connection to that. Do you find, or have you find that, the Jamaican part of the music, have you gotten that, like, oh, why are you over here singing our songs, like you got your own music? There's always that fight when it comes to Afro beats and the reggae and dancehall culture. Do you find that you got that, or everybody's just accepting of you and being in that space with them?
People want to see, I just feel like with my experience, though, I can only speak for myself.
Right,
People
right.
want to see something new. And it
Mm,
was something new. Like when I went to Jamaica, it's something new. People just accept it without even, I don't know about another person experience,
right.
but my experience has been like the love and respect. I just finished creating another banger with my brother Swaz in Jamaica.
Wow.
Great, great, great artist. you know. And once I touch Jamaica, I reach out to him on Instagram. He just say, "Yeah, bro, just forward to
Wow.
Ocho Real." So what
Wow.
that tell you? That's like acceptance. That's connection. The same
Yeah.
with everyone I met over there. So I never see any, you know, none of that.
I like it. I like it.
Hmm.
Now, do you find yourself being one of those artists that is bridging the gap between Afro beats and the reggae and dancehall aspect of it, or you're just here to just sing your music and it happens?
Yeah, I like that second option better. That second
Okay.
one you said. Yeah, I'm just here to sing my music. Like I said, the music can separate.
Mm.
No, you can't. So
We
they
all are
can put,
one, right? We all are one.
yeah, you said it right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Along the
Definitely.
line, if we break boundaries, or rather, when we break boundaries and make new records, beautiful thing. We're just continuing what people have. People
Yeah.
like, Vibes Cartel, these great guys. We're just
Yeah.
continuing, in our own different style because,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just our own is different.
Definitely, definitely. Now that you brought up Vibes Cartel, who is like one of the reggae or dancehall artists that you would love to do a collab with? Like, who is one of those people?
I want to work with Buju Banton. I want to
Nice,
work with Tyrus Riley.
nice.
Um, in dancehall, I want to work with, like, let me be honest, I want to work with as many as long as we are bringing something unique to the table. We are both bringing something very unique to the table, then the
Yeah,
fans deserve that, you know?
definitely. Definitely.
Yes,
Has
yes.
your
I love,
has your Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, shout out to Pop Khan. Is someone I really want to work with, you know?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I want to work with Pop Khan. I have a song that, we're just speaking these things into existence, into,
Hey, hey, they
yeah.
say put it in the universe and leave it there. Talk to God about it, and you never know what could happen, right?
Right. And before I worked with Dre Island, I did the same thing. It was like a
Wow.
moment. Yeah, I was having my fasting moment and I did
Mm,
that. When I came out of that, that was when the song Mama say I pray. No, not that one.
gold.
Uh no, not Gold. The one with him and Pop Khan.
Okay. Oh, which song is with Joanna Popcorn?
Uh um
I know the song. You can't call.
We pray, we
Pray.
pray.
We pray.
Yeah, that's why I say I love the way it was the words, the song was for the world.
Yeah.
He did it. I thought to myself, like, what are their mindset? So I wanted to work with Drake Island and I pictured that in my head and I just asked God, like I said, I keep speaking it,
Yeah.
and now it has happened.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
You mentioned something that I do myself, that fasting
Oh,
situation. Yeah. And a lot of times I say to people that I fast because I'm trying to acquire something. So I'm giving up something so that I can receive something. And a lot of people aren't really understanding of it, but I find that, even this past Ramadan, I was fasting as well. And I
yes.
found that everything that I said I wanted to do has been happening because I gave something up. What do you want to
Yes.
say, to people, not encouraging anybody to fast, but what do you mentioned that it did something for you. What do you want to say to people in regards to believing in the power of fasting and putting what you want into the universe?
I would say, I would say try it.
Yeah. It's hard, but try it. It's definitely hard, but definitely try it. Now let's talk about Dre Island. You have a couple of songs with him. What was so special about Dre Island that you had to, do these songs with him?
Everything.
Mm,
Yeah. For me, mostly is like the way he patterned songs, the way he patterned his song, from the intro, the vibes that's created for the intro,
mm,
for the chorus, the way we go back to back with the chorus and just make sure that the intention, like it come inside from from the stomach, you know,
yeah,
that chorus have to sit. Look, and then back home, every little thing I do, people just, oh, Zion, you kill it, But when you have that one person that's like, do it, do it well, do it again, or make you just walk, So that part's special for me. You don't
yeah.
understand? So J Island they go put you to work. You go to work, whether you like it or not. Yeah, yeah, you go to work.
But isn't that what it takes though in the business? That work aspect of it, right?
I never wanted to see it like work. That I think that was why my deciding to carry this walk this road,
Mm,
I think that's why it took time to decide because I don't want to work. I don't want it to be like say I'm walking, be like say I dey go work. Ah, no. But at the same time, the work definitely is needed. You're right. That's what it's about. Like we say, we have gotten there where, we understand the ethic, the work ethic that's needed for this, and we are on it. We are doing it. We
yeah.
are not, the work like I record 6, 7 songs on a day,
Wow.
in a day. I did 3 songs last night. You feel
Wow.
me? Yeah, I went to bed 5 a.m. this morning. So
Wow.
you have to do the work is very, like I said, when you go around some people and see how they work, you tell yourself you have to wake up.
Yeah.
If
You know
if
what? And speaking of that, right? Because a lot of people don't know the behind the scenes aspect of putting these songs together, how much hours you're in the studio,
mm,
all of those things. Like for tell people about that part of being an artist, being a musician, being a creative, because people just, we all get music and it's like, oh well, it's music. We sing, we dance, we whatever, whatever. But you, the
yeah,
creative, has put thousands of hours and time and neglect certain things just to make sure
yeah.
that you have a complete product. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think that's where the love of it comes to play. If you love the thing, if you love it, it doesn't even have to be music. Anything. If you love what you're doing, if it come natural for you, then you won't feel it that much. So for me to start telling the people like, oh, it's too, I might not be the best guy because I love it. I don't care. I don't mind to be here for 10 hours until I get
Yeah,
this right. And
yeah,
once I get it out to the people and the people they're eating it up now, I'm just like happy, like, oh, I just gave the people something. I'm not even thinking about the work that I put in. Maybe later I can think of that. But just love what you do. If what you're doing is what you love, my dear, if they wake you up five, if they wake you up 5 a.m., you want to jump. Zion, wake up. You gotta record. Oh yeah, let's go. You know? Yeah, man. Yeah, but a lot of work is being put into like even you, like I see you at Barclays. I was in Toronto. I missed that. I was like, damn, but it's all right. I see you putting in the work, going around, doing all this stuff. Trust me, man. That's the work. People just got to look at that and just imagine, okay, she have to go also sit back, edit, you know, call people. It's a lot of work that go into everything. So, but
yeah.
now, guess what? Michelle G love what she's doing. No?
Amen. Amen. I love it. I love it. And like you said, this is something that, whatever you do, I feel like people need to understand that you have to love it. You
Yeah.
know, you get the joy of it. And even being at the Barclays, like I didn't have any interviews prepared because I didn't know who I was going to be interviewing. I had
Yo,
no
look at
idea.
that.
So I had to come up with questions out of my head and all of that kind of stuff. So
At the
it was
spot.
on the listen, on the spot.
Yeah.
But it's because I love it so much that I
Yeah.
was able to do all of that. And I admire you artists and you musicians so much because
Oh,
in
thank
doing
you, man.
this, I understand what it takes. I really understand what it takes. And I give you guys so much love and kudos for doing this
We
music,
love
for
you too, Michelle. We love you.
giving us this music that I just learned a song that I put in my computer 10 minutes ago um from you that I was like, oh my God, this song is dope. Like it's really
Right.
dope. Now, I really want to talk about it, right? Because being Caribbean and being Nigerian, African, and all of that, in this song, you guys mentioned Mama Say a Prayer for Me, to
Yes.
keep away my enemies. What is it about our mothers that we are always so like, we need to have that connection? Like, what is it for you when that part is said in a song? What does your mother mean to you?
Let me tell you a little story. Like I remember Dre say pull up to LA,
Mhm.
and I pull up to LA and we was just at his balcony, just at meds, like my Jamaican brothers would say, just reasoning, talking and everything.
Mm,
And I had to get on the call with my mother. And when I got on that call, my mom was just, we were just talking about family stuff, whatever the
mm.
case. And after which I tell her, just say a little prayer for me.
Wow.
And my mom prayed for me. Joella was just right there,
Wow.
you know. So my mom just said a little prayer. It was a stressful time. It was a few stress going on. I just told her, let's just pray for me, you know. Don't worry, no worries in this life. You can't worry in this life. You want to disturb your little small heart, you know? Yeah, just let's say prayer and everything will be done. And she just said a prayer for me. And next thing, Joy Island got on the call with them jugglers. They were up the hill, you know. So them jugglers say pull up, and that's how we got to the studio.
Wow.
And when the beat dropped, I just start hear my bro. Everybody was quiet for a while. You have to let the music speak to you, you know?
Yeah, 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 definitely.
Yeah, so I just hear my brother from nowhere. Mama say, he already started doing something, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this is powerful. And I'll tell you, big up jugglers, shout out to jugglers, you
That's
know.
the word I said when I played. I said this song is powerful. Like,
Yes, yes, yes. It came natural for us,
yeah,
and I can tell you this was the song that really bond me and Dre. We're like brothers, like same mother, same father. Like that's how I feel every day, and
wow.
I give all the glory to God, man.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen. I love
Dre
it.
is a great person.
I absolutely love it. Now I want to talk to you about this other song that you have called. I don't know if I'm going to say the name right. Is it Chocho Milo? How do you say that? No, say it.
It's Choco Milo.
Choco Milo. Okay, what does that
You know,
mean?
like you know, like hot chocolate,
Oh,
like Milo.
like Milo. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Look,
I
I love
say, girl, you sweetie like a Choco Milo. You know, baby girl, make you joro me, make you dance for me. Yeah, thank you for this. Look at,
you, Milo.
yeah,
Love it.
don't kill me.
I've never had that happen.
Never on your show.
Never.
Oh my God. I'm
I love that.
sorry.
Like, oh, no. That's perfect. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. So
Yes.
tell me about this song. Tell me about this song.
Yo, when I tell you that we was at the studio and our studio section was already done, we're supposed to leave out for the next artist, right?
Mm.
And the producer who made the beat was just telling me that, you know, he messaged me, big message that Zion, he's actually trying to use the song for something.
Okay.
He's pitching for some sponsorship or whatever.
Oh,
But
okay.
he needed me to like make a song and with a vocal for a girl like Chocomilo. You know that Chocomilo is a brand back home. It's like
Okay.
a
Okay.
tea brand back home. I think that's what he was shooting for. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was shooting for something. But then he sent me that text message. I said, bro, I don't have money right now to renew this thing. And moreover, these people want to record. He said, I'm going to send you the money, and he sent me the money sharply.
wow.
I told the guy I'm about to pay for these people section. Can I? And I meet the artist them. I even did song with them in the end. I meet
Wow.
with the artist them, and they said, yeah, yeah, bro, because the song that I was working on was playing, still
Mm.
playing while they came in. So it's like they were feeling the vibe or whatever the case.
Okay. Okay.
So I come back in, I say I want to record again, and they say, yeah, let's go, let's go. And I record. That's how I loaded Chocomilo the beat and recorded
Mm.
it just freestyle. And from freestyle, it became something serious.
Wow.
I sent in first version. You like, no, Zion, you got to be a little more serious. I have to work on my lyrics back and back, back and back, back. We went back and forth on that song for a long time. But as God will have it, we finally got what we wanted and I sent it over. I don't think he got what he wanted, you know, but he can get something else.
But it worked out, right? It worked
It
out.
worked out. It worked out. It was a competition, and he came out like I think the sixth person, right? Or like the fifth person
Wow.
out of a
Wow.
hundred producers. So
Wow.
so yeah, we went fast still. Yeah,
I
he went
like
far still,
I
but he didn't
like
get
it.
the deal, But he got something now, though. He got some. We gotta share the good testimonies too after all this. So he got something now. Shout out to Grace Finger. Shout out
Yeah,
Timmy Beats. You know,
definitely, definitely. So I want to play the song. I want to play it. Okay, so
yes.
let me play this song. Hold on.
Yeah, yo, man, put up the energy.
Put up the energy.
I like that. Yeah, you sweet it like a chocomilo. Baby girl, make it joro me jo. Stop to play my heart like do re mi do. Sexy girl, make you follow me go. Your body eye me like a Colorado. My eye they red like a day on colos. For your love, I they lose my focus. For your love, I they lose my focus. Lose my focus. Make you move to the beat. Select, I put on repeat. Let your body whine. Bend down, receive, make you come twice. Touch your right part, make you climax. Baby girl, now you the mama. With you by my side, I feel alright. Now your side, I go day tonight. Yeah, your love is my love. My love is your love is my love is your love. It's your love. My love is your love. Dance reggae, calypso. Where she went, get me side you. The way you move your body in a dance, you my type of woman, get me like you. The booty bounce, tornado. Where she come from? Tobago. Baby girl, now you in my mind. Let me hold you.
You know you went all through the Caribbean with this song, right? All through the Caribbean you went with this song. I heard the Jamaican accent. I heard the Trini accent. I heard everything.
Right,
It,
right, right. It's
it,
intentional though.
it was it was very intentional, very
Yeah.
intentional. When I was listening to this earlier today, I was at work and I was listening to this song today, and I wrote down some things in capital letters too. I wrote it down. And in the song,
What?
you're in the song, you are saying that for your love, I would lose my focus. Sir, really? Really? What kind of woman would make Zion put down the music for a little while and lose his focus? Like what kind of woman is that?
When I put down no music, music is part of the reason why I'm gonna be with her. Yeah, but God created a lot of, women in general. I remember you asking me something about mother.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what, like women in general. I remember me and my friends, they having like a little chit chat up there in Toronto.
Mm.
And then I made a statement. I say, man, because I was just sometimes I just think out of the box and just like women are stronger than men.
We
Just to
are.
raise,
We
just to
are.
just roar up the place. I'm Zion the Lion.
Tell you know what? Tell me one of your worst dating experiences. Like, tell me one of your worst dating experiences.
What did you say? Dating
You're dating. Your worst dating experience.
with a girl, with a woman?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about that.
Bad. It was that bad. Look at you.
Mm-mm. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. It was that bad.
Oh shit.
I took you to a place. I took you to some memories, huh?
Yeah. Memory lane. There you go. He took me right in there. He said, "You like, let's go there, Zion." Whoa.
Why? Have you okay? So since you don't want to talk about it, do you still interact with that person, or you had to just put them to the side and let them be great?
No, I can't put nobody to the side, you know. I carry everybody along, you know.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Did
Mhm.
you do a song? You did a song with that experience? Has that experience played out in any music?
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you a master at what you do, man. I swear. I remember when I heard the name Michelle G, just that name alone got me like, cause that's my auntie's name that I rock with. I'm like, I have to deep, deep. Even when Chelsea called me today, I'm like, tell me about Michelle G. She was like, okay. He took me right in there. No be lie. You
You
know,
know.
our music, I'll say this though,
Uh-huh.
because you know, we have to give the listeners something, right?
Yes. Yes.
I'll say this, you know, if our music don't if our lifestyle don't
Mm.
reflect in our music, then it makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
Then it become like somebody try to learn
You're
music.
forcing it. You're forcing it. You're forcing it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. It's natural. It's like air, out the breeze. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
once you have problem with your breathing, you're gonna be
Mm,
struggling. You know,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
once everything flow natural, you know. So our
Yeah.
life, anybody want to know, can just, you know, we have song coming out next month. We have, you know, me and J Island and projects by the grace
Wow.
of God have something,
Wow.
you know, packaged up. We're looking
Nice.
forward to that. It's something I'm really looking forward to because, you know,
Nice.
everybody around me love the song, you know. Yeah,
Nice.
our life have to, our music have to be like you just listening to me say, talk about my life. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Now you mentioned
What
Chelsea,
about you?
right?
Tell me about your own
My
worst
worst
experience.
dating experience. One
Yeah.
time I went out on a date with this guy, right? And he picked me up and he had on all of this jewelry. Like I don't know what he thought I was, but I'm not even that girl. And
Right.
then when the date was over, first of all, I didn't like him, but my cousins made me go out with him, right?
Why you see that part? I got you. I have things to hit you with. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep going. First was the jewelry. You saw that eyes.
I was like, no, no. So we went out to eat, and then we went out to the movies, went out to eat, and came back. And when we got back to my house, and he dropped me back off, he took
Mhm.
all of the jewelry off. I never called him again. I blocked him. I was done. Cause what are you doing? Like, what's that about?
Wait, I'm confused. He got home and took it out. What did you say?
No, we were. He dropped me to my house. He was in front of my house, and he took
Okay.
off all of the jewelry right then and there. So I guess it was to impress me that he has all of this jewelry. But
Oh
I
my
guess he
God.
didn't pick up. I'm not that kind of girl. That don't mean nothing to me.
So how did you see him? He should be able to do that. He's supposed to be hiding doing that. You caught him.
Exactly. He took it off right in front of
Oh,
me. He did it.
he fumbled that last bag because he already dropped you home. Damn, bro.
Just
Damn.
wait till I go in my house and then do it. No, nah, he ain't do that.
Yeah. Oh man. I will
Yeah,
even drive if I'm gonna live that type of life, you know,
mm,
because you know, fake life come with a lot of it's like lie. Like
yeah,
my father would say, if you go lie one lie, you go not say you go ready for the next lie. You go ready for the other lie. You go ready, 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 you know? One lie, they bring like plenty lies. You're laughing. Yeah. If na me be bro, and I won't live that kind of life, I go still drive because it don't make sense. Why they commode the jobby? Maybe the owner called him right there, bro. Take that shit off.
don't know. I don't know. I don't
Oh
know.
shit. Yo, that's a worst. That's a bad experience.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. But that was way back when, and moved on from all of that. But let's talk about your how you got to work with Chelsea. How did that happen? How did you guys start working together?
Well, shout out Jalen. That was Jalen.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, Jalen called me. I think he called me to let me know about the song that's on the pipeline. And he added Chelsea, and then Chelsea came on the line. I don't think that's how it happened. I know we are on three-way.
Wow.
And Chelsea asked for my information, to register the song and everything, clear the song and all of that. So yeah, I gave her all of that. And then from there we just connected, Chelsea already. She's open spirit, open heart,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. I just see her like someone you know, that's ready to change the culture. She's looking for something different, and I
Yeah.
think that that's why we connected because we different, we bringing something totally different, unique to the table. A lot in stock for the people, for the
Definitely.
fans. Because and with
Definitely.
Chelsea, it's like a walkthrough to everywhere. It's like, you know, uh, she make the hard doors open quick. Yeah, man.
I
Big up
love it.
Chelsea, man. Big
Big
up
up to
Chelsea.
Chelsea. It's important, when you're in this business and any type of business that you're in, to have the right people around you, right?
Yeah,
Uh, that definitely makes a difference in your career and the people that you meet and the places that you show up in and all of that. So, shout out to Chelsea
shout out to
for doing
Chelsea.
that. Yeah, definitely
Shout
to
out
for
to all the people that she's working with. I remember Tasha too. Shout out to them.
yeah,
I just
definitely.
feel
So
like what you guys do is, you know, we 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 can pay for it, because it's really people behind the push at the end of the day. If you see a car going, maybe the car broke down and people come to push it. If it's still gonna move an inch, moving, it's because someone is pushing it, right? So
yeah.
that's where you guys are. So it's like, man, you guys have to take your flowers on a daily at the end of the day, man.
Oh,
That's
thanks. We
that's how I
appreciate that.
feel. Yeah,
Definitely
man.
appreciate that. So, what do you have? What do you have coming up next? Or do you have any performances going on? Like, what's next for Zion? What's next for you?
A lot, we have a lot in stock. We have a lot of songs recorded,
Mm.
we have travels planned, you know. Okay.
Somebody,
Yeah, no, I have my peoples here too. So we have a lot. It's a
yes,
constant. We did photo shoot the other day. Everything is just going so well. I
nice.
have a song. I have two songs that just got done mixing and mastering. But because of the project that, I and Dre Island and
Mm,
projects have coming out next month, we have to,
yeah,
make everything
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah,
properly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely,
So yeah,
definitely.
it's a lot. We have video shoot. Like I said, I have the song with Swaz
Mm,
from Jamaica, you know. Nobody bigger than Jah. I say, everything I've been through made me who I am. Every road I walk through made me what I am. Came from the mud, never doubt my vision. Closed doors, but I keep my vision. Lost a few friends. Okay, let me keep it right there. We're not gonna say too much.
We're not gonna give away the full song. I do
Nah,
want to say to you though, when that song when all of your music comes out, I will definitely be playing it here on the station because you have an amazing voice. Your music is really uplifting and fun.
thank you.
And of course you're from Nigeria. I noticed that a lot of the Nigerian songs is always about upliftment and fun and all of that. So, we definitely appreciate the Afrobeats aspect of the music and definitely appreciate you for what you've been doing and the love that you have for this music, for the Caribbean culture.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah, like it makes us all one people, which is something that we all need in this point in time in our space. But looking, if you when you wake up in the morning and you look back and you look at yourself in the mirror, what would you
Yes.
say to your 16-year-old self? What would you say to your 16-year-old self?
I would say you believed.
Ah,
Yeah. The 16-year-old Zion believed when they were telling me, Zion, this thing you're doing is rather special than normal. You
mm.
know, I believed. But then the 25-year-old Zion now know. You know?
Now you know.
Yeah, I look in the mirror now and be like, yeah,
Yeah,
Zion the Lion. It's
Zion the
time.
lion.
Yeah, we're going to run the place, man. That's what we're about to do. We're going to run the place, you know?
I definitely like it. What's your sign? What month are you born?
February 14th.
Oh, you. Oh, wow! You were a love baby. Wow! Wow!
Yeah. I never
Wow!
really liked my birthday growing up because, like, yeah, because, like, they said some people will say to my mother that he's supposed to bear a different name, but I kept hearing that, like, I know, sometimes when you're growing up, you don't forget some things, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So when people will say to my mom, like, so why you name him Zion? You're supposed to name him Val. So it made, a little kid would just think, maybe my name's supposed to be Val? No.
No,
My mother called me Zion. I love it.
and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
shout out to the lovers, shout out to the
Then
love,
shout out to the lovers,
you
definitely.
know,
So, what is one thing that you hope people get from your music? Like, what's that thing that you hope they get from your music?
vibes,
Ah,
vibes. If your boyfriend is making you vex, making you mad, just go catch a vibes with Zion the Lion music. Just listen to you preaching on your heart, I know, and know that you're still preaching on your heart, you know? No matter what you did to the bro, somewhere in your heart, you're still, you know,
don't go
preaching
find
like,
somebody else. Just sit. Don't go find somebody else. Sit down there and find find some music and just
yeah,
relax. Find some music and
yeah,
relax. So
yeah.
what is um like you said, you have new music coming, you have some shows that are booked. I'm so happy for you. This is my first time meeting
Thank
you,
you,
and I
man.
love I
Thank
love
you.
your energy. I love
I
your
love your
vibe.
energy too, man. I
Yo,
love your
thank you.
energy too. UG.
And you were on time. And you were on time. So
Yeah,
kudos,
thank you.
kudos to you for that. But Zion, before yeah, that's important.
No
Being
be
on time is
lie.
important. Being on time is important.
Yeah,
So
we have to
before I
show up.
before I let you get out of here, I like to let everybody leave with some positive words. What's your positive words for today?
Never stop.
I
Just
like it.
never stop.
I
If
like it.
you if you're in everything, I mean, if you're in marriage, no matter what's going on in that marriage, I grew up in a lot of my uncle's houses and stuff, so I see
Wow.
it's something I've always have loved to speak on. You know, no matter what the situation is, don't give up on your girl, on your lady. Lady, don't give up on your man. Don't go complain your issue to other people.
Ooh,
One of my uncles actually have the issue going on right now. That's why it hit my heart to speak out because I see the influence that comes from other people speaking in people's ears and be like, oh no, he's this, he's that. You know, just come together, don't give up on each other, stay right there, work it out. Um, if it's in music, I could tell my fellow musicians, don't stop. All my friends that stopped, I'm still mad at them, you
wow.
know. So this don't stop is the key word. No matter what it is, when it get tough, when it get like, oh, you about to everything about to be done. Like I give up, I tire. You
Yeah.
can give up though. That's fine, but don't stop. Just
Don't
still get up and show up. That is it.
I like it. I definitely like it. Zion, please give everybody your social media handles. and who they need to reach out to if they want to book you for anything, do drops and all of those things.
Definitely, definitely. So it's Zion the Lion Music on Instagram, on all social media platform actually. Zion the Lion Music. And I'll spell it out, it's Ziondelio, sorry, Ziondelio music. And the music come with like a Q at the end, like Musiq. So Zion the
Definitely.
Lion Music. Don't forget, it's not THE. People type THE and think, Zion, I can't find it. No, it's not THE. It's
It's
DELION, one word.
one word.
Zion the Lion
And
Music.
sick.
Same
I
thing
love
on every platform.
I love it. Well, Zion, I want to say again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I definitely enjoyed this interview, and I
Yes,
appreciate you for being so open and honest for us to have a great conversation tonight. And,
yes,
again, I'll let Chelsea know to send over any music that you have. I'll purchase your music as well. So, you get that money in the pockets,
that's fact.
So,
That's
yeah,
fact. And for people who want to reach out, who want to book, you already know it's Chelsea. You have to reach out to Chelsea, and then we
yes,
just do everything the proper way.
definitely. Definitely.
Mm.
So, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
hosting me, man. Thank you. I'm blown. Mama, I made it. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you again, man. Thank you so much. You
I
such a
have a
vibe, man.
thank you. I
Yeah,
like that.
man.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
I
you such a
appreciate
vibe.
it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Of
you. Thank
course.
you. All right. Good
Anytime,
night.
man. Family.
Any
Good night. Good night.
Yes, good night. Good night. Get with the fix, Michelle G. That was Zion the Lion. I don't know what's going on with my Serato. I think I have to go upstairs and get the plug. I'm not sure what's happening with it. Yeah, I think it might. May need to restart everything here. And I'm live on air, which is the crazy part. I'm live on air, and I don't have any music. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. So I guess it'll be a dead air for a couple of minutes until I can run upstairs and get the charger. I don't know if that's what the issue is. But yeah, I'm Michelle. What do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna run upstairs because there's nobody at the house. Nobody's here, so I have to run upstairs for a charger and come right back. So you might hear 2 seconds of dead air. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I had to run upstairs to get a charger. Because I left the charger upstairs, and I think it was affecting the Serato. So yeah, I'm back. I am. I hope it's charging. Let me see what's happening. But while I wait, let me get into the conversation about new rules this past Saturday. And of course, Rise Her Summit, because I was at both events this past Saturday. So I'll talk about Rise Her Summit first, and then I'll go into new rules. So at Rise Her Summit, I was a speaker, basically talking to folks about this stuff, about interviewing and all of those things. And, I had a great time. I was able to provide knowledge. I hope to everyone that was in the building, and it was definitely dope. So once I was finished with that, then I went over to the Barclays. Shout out to Carrie, Alkaline Sisters. Shout out to her for giving me the opportunity to do media for this event. It was really dope. It was so dope, so dope, so dope, so dope. I didn't know that the Barclays was situated like that. I've never been back there. We had full access. We had full access to the back of the Barclays. And it was dope. There is a lot of conversations in regards to what happened and all of that kind of stuff. But Alkaline did an amazing job. Shout out to Cranium as well. It was so dope. So dope, so dope. You had to physically be in the building. You had to be there. It was a historical, monumental moment that you literally had to be there. If you missed it, you missed a great show. But it was dope. It was dope. Like I said, I didn't know who would be there for me to interview, but everybody that I got a chance to interview, I interviewed. Some people that I thought that I probably wouldn't have interviewed, I got to interview. So it was dope. It was so dope. It was amazing. It was definitely amazing. The man did his thing on his own. I think he performed for like 2.5 hours by himself, and it was dope. It was definitely dope. So Michelle G, I'm in the building. My Serato is back up. So as I premiered this song at the beginning of the show, and we're gonna keep it going, and then I'm gonna restart my Instagram and then add my next person for the next interview that I have. Okay, I'm Michelle G. I'm here.
I when the fight is pipe and me no die for knife. Man, you like like your life. Fly the kite, what would it? Ride the bike, step in the night, the flight. That blind the sight, yeah, that a might the light. No, I go blight from a pint to pint. When you're at the night, like spice. Full out of vein up. Burn up. Move all up, stand up. Hey, boy, this don't me no play that. One like jump for them. Nigga, we make it place. Alright, G-Y, pre, this rich bastard, alright. Yo, war crying creep. Some be me name, that is all I see. Say, don't run up, you know. See if you and your friend, them not burn up, you know. But if I don't make, you know. From sundown to sun up, you know. So little boy, though. Don't just stand up. Woman up, stand up, stay. Boy, this the woman up, play that. One like them to fat and Michelleg, we make it place. This fool, you must want every life. When the fight is pipe and me no die for life. One like you no like your life. Fly the kite. I'm no ride the bike, step in the Nike flight. That blind the sight, yeah, that a might the light. No, I go blight from a pint to pint. When you're after that, you take like spice. Not out of pain up, and forth. Pain up. Move all up, stand up, stay. Boy, this so me no play that. One like them to for them. We make it place. Rolling, no love people, make money, bag a girl and drive vehicles. I pray. Them commit treason, no need no reason. Brawling, no love people, make money, bag a girl and drive vehicles. I pray. Them commit treason, no need no reason. Fresher than, yeah. Fresher than.
Fresher than you and you. Fresher than.
session. This is called Fresher Done.
Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you. She a rocky Prada. Never give me two. Oh, yeah, back breed like a calalo. And anyway me walk, for me set to follow you. Low shoes, white tee, smell good. IG, yeah, girl, Asian, Guyanese, big piece, don't so, cheerly, Gano, big girl, pitch it down a mall road, she a take picture, fresher than the peppermint when they in the garden. So fresh. Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you. She a rocky Prada. Never Jimmy Choo. Go your back breed like a calalo. And anyway me walk for me set up follow you. Tripping a designer. One of a kinda. Nothing what we wear can't come from China. Go on trip with the leather can't find her. Full of girls so much of it put them on timer. Beats are the baddest. Shoes are the maddest. Full of clothes in a closet. Freshest on the planet. Fresher than. Fresher than. Fresher than. Yeah. Fresher than. Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you. She a rocky Prada. Never give me two. Go your back breed like a calalo. And anyway me walk for me set to follow you. Low shoes, white tee, smell good. IG, yeah, girl, Asian, Guyanese, big piece, don't so, cheerly, Gano, big girl, pitch it down a mall road, she a take picture fresher than the peppermint when they in the garden. So fresh. Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you.
Good evening, Queen.
Hey, Michelle, what's up?
Great. I am great. Let me introduce you the right way. I gotta introduce this lady the right way. Here on Get With The Fix for the first time, we are closing out Women's History Month with this Empress. The only one Empress I know is Empress Breeze. Okay? All right. How you doing?
I'm great, lovely. I am great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great now that you're here because this is something that I've been wanting to do. This interview is something I've been wanting to do because when I made the post today, I said, I've known Empress Breeze for a while. We were on the same radio station together, but my first time seeing her play music on vinyl, I stood there the entire time looking at her like, what is happening? Because we don't really get to see women do that. We don't get to see women do that, right?
You know what's funny? There's a huge culture of ladies that spin vinyl. I'm on, during the summers here in Brooklyn, there's something called Coney Island Reggae on the Boardwalk. And I've performed there twice so far. And usually for each session, there is a woman playing vinyl, doing a vinyl set. So we here. And that's how I learned how to play music.
Yeah, you were the first one that I saw. And I don't know if you saw me just standing there, but I was standing there just admiring. Admiring you, and I've always admired you, just because you are definitely one of the women in this industry as a DJ who has been here doing your thing, and I feel like you should be put on that pedestal because it's not a lot of us that do this and get recognized for doing this. So I want to say to you, I'm giving you your flowers today. That you are so deserving of it. You're so deserving of it. But how long have you been a DJ? And how did you even get into all of this?
Wow. I have been a DJ since I was in high school. So just piggybacking off the record discussion, that's how I learned how to play music through records. Then, we all graduated like the rest of the DJs to CDs and now to laptop. And I really got into it because my mom, when she came up from Jamaica, I'm of Jamaican descent. That was her little thing, her little pastime. She would go to the record shop, she'll buy records. She was the only
Wow.
woman buying records here in the Brooklyn area, all the shops here. And I'm, her little handbag, with her buying records. So by the time I, got to high school, get my little allowance money, I would go to the record shops and buy records and still collect them.
Wow.
So, and then I started playing music publicly when I met my brother. I call him my brother, but he's the one that talks to me, my MCAK, big him up any which part in the anywhere I'm stand, because
Wow.
I was able to just spin while he talks. So for those who see me, I don't like to talk. I know I have to do it, and I need to get out my head and, just do it. But I prefer to just concentrate on the music and just,
Mhm.
focus on my selecting, focus on pleasing the crowd. So when I met AK, which was in Jesus, like 2012, I don't remember when. It's been so long. Yeah,
Wow.
that's how I was able to have more exposure because I had someone now that could talk for me,
Mm.
did an excellent job, and then you see us. You can I curse? I can't curse on this.
No.
Okay,
No.
a good thing. You see us really burning a fire in these events, and I can't give him enough credit because if I didn't link up with him, I'm not sure where my DJ career could have been. Um,
Wow.
but because I of him, he talk, I mix, and it's just a beautiful sight to see. It's very interesting because I'm a little vertically challenged, so people don't realize that it's me doing all the mixing and like juggling,
Yeah.
juggling. So
Yeah,
it's
you're bad. You're bad. You're bad. You're
not.
definitely bad. You're definitely bad because I remember like you being when we were at VP Records and I'm over there like, and like you're it like she about to tear up the place
Oh,
right
and
now.
really quick, just to interject with that VP record store day, I was the first and only woman who's done VP record store day with the all vinyl sets, and yeah,
Wow.
and I went back the year after that. So just to toot my little horn a little bit, there's a lot of firsts. There's a lot of firsts for me as a woman DJ in this male dominated field. I'll also like to say that I was the first woman to do Fire Sunday in Brooklyn, here in Brooklyn with Bobby Conda's Jabba. Uh,
Bobby. Yeah.
what else was I first of? I can't remember. There's so much because everything is such a journey and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful journey because I'm doing this by myself. I don't have no assistant, no manager. I burn a fire and word gets out, oh, Empress Breeze. And
Yeah.
I've been doing it for a nice little while. And I think now that I'm here on Get With The Fix, my boss.
Your boss. Your boss even more. Your boss even more. So let's talk about the name Empress Breeze. Where did that come from?
So my dad actually gave me the name Breeze. Most fathers they don't really want their daughter out on the streets playing music, but there was no denying that. I'm kind of good with it, not too bad. So he said, call yourself Breeze, and I'm like, that's so fly. And this is like in I don't know 2099. I don't even know when it was, but
Wow.
it just stuck with me. And then I had a dub cut. Luciano did a dub like some years ago, and he said Empress to the Breeze, so I just tagged that on and put it together, and I've been Empress Breeze since.
I love it. Have you met him in person and told him that he is the reason that you are Empress Breeze?
Yes, because Luciano is definitely one of my favorite artists. When I was younger, and I'm not saying that like I'm 68 or something. When I was a smaller child, my parents they introduced me to live music. So one of the things that I love to partake in is concerts and live music. So and I have dubs by Luciano as well. So he knows that he's the one that tagged on the little Empress Breeze, because he's like Empress to the breeze. I'm like, huh, that sounds good. And then that's it.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, you mentioned about this industry being male dominated, right?
Yeah.
And oftentimes, every time we see a flyer, it's either a bag of man, a bag of man, a bag of man,
Man, more
on these events. Why
man.
why do you think that women DJs aren't getting booked as much as the men are?
That's a great question. I feel like some ladies may not be able to, depending on what's going on in their personal life. They may not be able to attend these events, or sometimes they just not willing to. You just kick the door down. As women, we really have to be that force and just say, "Look, I'm here and I'm not going nowhere, and you're gonna love it." So I think that's just, one of the main situations, we don't, and sometimes, so I don't know if this is still looming, certain men expect things from women. Like, all right, you do this to me and I'll do that for you. Not every woman is going to deal with that. We'll figure it out. You stay over there with your little bargaining chip. We'll figure it out. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of us create our own spaces, right?
Own lane, correct.
Yeah, because of that. Oh, you gotta do something for me, and then you're gonna get that shine
Mhm,
that you're looking for. So I'm
correct.
I'm actually being in this space and creating this for myself is one of the reasons why I did it, because it's like these men want you to kiss their behind, just to be on their platforms and all of that kind of stuff. So
Right.
you being in this space and being a woman DJ that you are, I am definitely one of those people that look up to you, because you are, you've created a space for other women to do this. Have you had like any young girl or even your age or younger come up to you and be like, yo, I look at you and I'm like, yo, I could do this. Like, I could do this.
I have, and one of my key advices to them is yes, you can, and to keep going. Never feel like because you're in a certain situation or in a certain room, or maybe something happened to make you feel lesser than that, you can't keep going. You can't pivot and
Mm.
change the focus for whatever it is, that may have happened. Keep going. So I've had younger ladies. Matter of fact, even at the Rise Her Summit that we did on Saturday, there was a younger lady, and I was kind of guiding her like, "Baby girl, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to cue up your songs."
Yeah.
So I have no problem doing that. Even with my daughter, like she's already musically inclined, and I see that in her, and I push her even more when I see that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, because you do have a baby girl, and like you followed in your mom's path, with all of that. And what if she wants to do this? Like, what are you saying to her, differently than somebody would have said to you when you were coming up and want to do this?
Do it, do it. I would tell her do it, and I already see her musical streak because she plays the steel pan, which
Oh,
I know she plays the steel pan, and she is so good at it. And one time I had to get a little wire or something at Sam Ash, and she found her way in the drum area. I still have the video, and Shorty just pick up the drumsticks and start beating the drum. Now the drums is very hard to play. I don't know if
yeah.
anybody who does instruments. That's one of the hardest instruments to play. And when I seen her take up the drum and make a beat, I'm like, no, I'm pushing you into music because she's really good at it. She has a great ear too. Like we'll listen to a song and she'll hear the instrument and I'm be like, I didn't even hear that. That is excellent. So I push her to the limit. I push her all the way. And music is, it's an art. It's a
Yeah.
form of showing your other side and or releasing anything. So I say go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely. So, what genre of music do you play? Or you are an international, all around, play anything type of DJ?
Baby doll, I play everything. That is what a DJ does. You got to play everything. You can't just play
Well, and
one
no,
genre.
some people don't know how to play.
And if you don't know, then go and learn. Like I pride myself on, being here at home practicing because one thing I don't want to look like is a damn fool. I'm gonna make sure that my craft is mastered because I'm presenting it. So I play everything down to country, and I get booked for various events, a lot of personal events. So I
Mm,
have to play other genres. I have to play soul. I have to play pop which I love pop. So I have to play soca. I have to play reggae and not just dancehall. There's so much different sectors of reggae that you
Yeah.
don't have to stay in one area. So I play everything. And when I do get booked, I'm insured. I have my brethren Curtis, who provides the sound for me. So when you book me, you're getting a lot. You're getting a show.
Wow. You said when you're booked, you're insured.
Yeah, because there's certain venues they want the DJ to have insurance. God forbid if any of the patrons could trip on a wire, or some of the wire isn't taped to the ground. So I always have insurance for private events.
Talk to me a little bit more about that, right? Because again, there's a lot of DJs who may just pick up their Sarad, pick up their control and go in a place and play. Talk to me about the importance of having that insurance.
Oh my God, that is so important. And I learned that maybe over 10 years ago. I did a wedding at a vineyard, and they asked me if I had insurance. At that time, I'm like, insurance? But then when I looked into it, it's really important because you have so many people enjoying themselves. Some may be tipsier than others, and you don't want to have an accident. You don't want your equipment to get damaged. So it's very important to have insurance, and it's not that costly, especially if you're doing something for the day, or even if you have a quote for the year. So I always make sure for private events to have insurance, because I don't want anyone to get hurt. I damn sure don't want my equipment to get
Damn
destroyed.
it.
But the equipment is not cheap.
Yep, listen. 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 Have you ever had like a moment where you had to pivot, or the crowd wasn't feeling what you were playing? Like, how did you handle that?
I'll give you a really great example that will forever stick out in memory. I was booked for an event, for Women's History, and the promoter at the time, he's like, he wants my set that I'm playing to be all women. Now, this is a old school reggae party, so there's not a lot of songs that are done by women in reggae. Like, even the artists, there's a still small population of female artists.
Yeah.
All right, now I don't play off of playlists. That's number one. I'm coming from
Okay.
record days. We had no playlists in record.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had something prepared, but I also had something because not everybody want to hear that. At a party, people are coming out to enjoy themselves, to have fun, have a really good time. I had the music lined up and I'm playing it, and I see the people them is not interested. I went a different direction. And after my set, I I was rude before I had my daughter. I kind of calmed down now. I tell the man, I said, never you tell me what to play again.
Amen.
I was so like taken aback because I realized it was not working. It wasn't working. And I had to get back in the gear where I know these songs are going to make the people move, and they're going to have a good time while I'm up here.
Yeah. Yeah. I often, when I go out and stuff and I watch people go into DJ's ear and telling them what to do and all of that, that's like you're throwing people off from their craft, right?
Absolutely.
And it takes away from your own creativity, because now you have to, your people are in your ear, the music is in your ear, all of that is going on. You're concentrating on what next is going to play and all of that. And a lot of patrons don't understand that this is not just I come here, I put on this thing and we play.
Oh,
No.
it's not like that. And every event is different. No two events are the same. When you hear me personally, you're not going to hear the same juggling each time you see me. So
I like it.
And I pride myself on that, because I hate when I go to a party and I know the next song that the DJ is gonna play, because same routine all the time.
The top 10.
Top 10, or you just know that's just how he or she is gonna play the songs.
Yeah. How do you separate yourself basically by practicing and knowing exactly your craft?
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. I don't like me being in the space already is a lot. So going into another space and not doing what I was supposed to do, not doing my job effectively, I'm not gonna feel good. So I have to practice. And my father always said, dance a yard before you dance abroad. So that's really important to me.
Amen. Amen. Have you ever thought about producing music as a DJ? Have you?
Oh, you know what's so funny? I'll go back again to the Rise Her Summit that we did on Saturday. And I
Mhm.
watched Vanessa Silberman make that
Yeah.
like 20 seconds. And I'm like, whoa. So
Yeah.
because of her, I said to her, I'm gonna learn Logics because of you. Because she did that in like seconds and the beat was wicked.
Wicked. Yeah.
The beat
Yeah.
was nice. It's something that I can hear myself playing. It's something I can see people dancing to in an event. So, I mean, with this whole new breakdown of what Serato is now with the stems, I can do a little something, something. And, remixes are a form of producing. I'm no
Yes.
mix queen, but I'll tell, my fellow brethren, like, yo, put that song up on this Saturday. And it works. So, we'll see what the future holds.
You know what I love? I love how you are a lady and then you go into the rawness of
I hang out with too much men. That's why. So I have to be rough and tough. I don't
love
want
it
to act like a lady.
because I do the same thing too, right? And I'd be like, I catch myself like, hey, you can't you can't help it
No.
once you are in this space doing the things that you're doing. So how do you promote yourself and attract new gigs? Like how do you do that?
So right now it's based social media, Instagram. That's where I get my following. I try to keep up with SoundCloud audios. I have an audio that I just put out 2 weeks ago when I did a really cool event called Reset on a Monday. So I use that to kind of push. And most of the times, Michelle, it's really word of mouth. I have an event coming up this Saturday called Reggae and Soca in the morning. That was kind of a word of mouth kind of thing because there's some really good ladies on that bill and I'm so grateful to share the stage with them. So it's through people saying, yo, you ever heard about Breeze? Like in 2024 I did a clash with Princess Chow, first clash ever. I'm
Wow.
a clash supporter. I love clash. That is a space that I love to be in. um
Mm.
and that was a word of mouth thing. Somebody just dropped my name and I accepted the clash.
Wow, wow. Are you gonna do like any lives where you're playing music and posting it on social media and all that kind of stuff? Are you gonna do
That's
any of those?
that's next. But I have a little munchkin, so mommy duties come first. But that is next. I'm working on it. Getting all my equipment, getting my little station, really nice and decorated. Breeze effects and all of that. So it's
I
coming.
like it.
Just give me some time. It's coming.
I definitely like it because I think that again, as a woman in this business, it's so dope to see, you out here doing this, to have young girls admiring you and saying, I could be her.
Absolutely.
I could be her. Are you gonna be or have you done any mentoring or anything like that?
Not as yet, but I'm very much open to because I do love music. That's number one, and I'm no gatekeeper. I don't do that. I have no problem sharing knowledge, saying, "Hey, this is how you should do it. Listen to this song, master your craft." So I have no problem doing that. I would love to actually. If there's any kind of mentorship programs, I would love to be a part of that because it's so important to have somebody guiding you along the way. I mean, if you are that type of person who learns on your own, that's all well and good. But sometimes you need a second opinion. You need somebody to say, "Hey, why don't you try it this way?" Or "Why don't
Yeah,
you do it this way?" So that I would love to.
definitely. It's your parents, like, are they both alive?
Yeah, man, mommy and daddy,
Okay.
they're still
How
here with
how
us. Thank God.
how do they feel seeing
Oh,
you?
mommy loves it. Mommy loves it. She loves it. She's always calling my name. Daddy, he be talking about me like on the low low, like when I don't hear him. Like if I'm like someplace else and I hear him, yeah man, Shadi, it's your bud. And I'm like, but you wasn't saying that years ago. You wasn't even trying to have that. But they are really proud. And it's not like I'm skylarking and just out in these streets wasting time. I'm putting in some work out here. So they see it and they love it. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for both of them because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this talent of music, especially mommy. Like sometimes I'll go to her when it comes to some of the older songs, like, hey, who sing that song there? Or
Mm,
do you remember this song? What label was it on? Because she collected the records before I kind of took over.
yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, how was Rise Her Summit for you? How was
Uh,
that for you?
You know, Michelle, I give thanks for Keisha Martin and our meeting. I feel like it was happenstance because Puma from LP invited me on his show on another platform, and Keisha was also sharing the show with me. And you know, from the minute that we met, it was instant connection. Um, I am the resident DJ for Riser, number one.
Bob? Yeah,
And you know, last year was so inspirational. It was such a feeling to be in a room with so many women giving their stories, giving us not free knowledge, number one, of how to really navigate this music field as a woman. And this Saturday, it did not disappoint. And one of my sheroes, Pat McKay, was there. It was a blessing to meet her, to hear her. It was so good. It was I love Riser. I implore women and younger ladies who are in the music field, music industry, to come out, get all this knowledge because it'll only make you better.
definitely. While I have you here, I want to say thank you for sharing my clip.
Oh,
While while I was up there, I really enjoy teaching people how to do all of this stuff, right? Because it's important. Again, it's important that we know and understand the right way to do things, right? Because
absolutely.
it makes you stand out more when you do the right things. And being there in that space and just watching people taking in the information was like wow,
Yeah,
like you were legit making a difference. And even watching you playing the music yourself, Barbie, and the other young lady, I don't remember her name, that was there. Um, and even the beat maker,
yeah.
like just the women just like,
Power.
hey,
It was it's such a good feeling for me to be in that space with all these women, you know, who's done it and who have no problem sharing. Because you know, I'm not gonna focus on this, but you do have some women who are just not willing to share their
yep,
knowledge and help you get into certain doors. And sometimes you gotta make your own table, make your own chairs on your own. So the fact that we have these women and this event helping us to do that, it can only make you better.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So shout out to Keisha Martin
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the whole Rise Her Summit team. It was really dope. It was definitely a dope event to be there. And I loved seeing you again. Let me tell you, I don't know if she put up any pictures or anything, but Miss Empress Breeze over here was so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That
thank you.
makeup was beat to the gods.
I did.
Okay. You did your own
Yeah, baby girl. I'm a
makeup?
Jane of all trades, you know.
And speaking of that part of it, right? Because I always tell people that when I'm going anywhere, like I'm not a beat my face type of girl. Like I
Mhm.
could do one, two things. I make sure that I go and get my makeup done every time I'm going somewhere,
Right.
right? Can you talk to women about presenting yourself in a manner where that level of respect just goes beyond words,
Right.
not even in the aspect of makeup, but your clothing as well, because the outfit that you had on suit the event. You're there and you're like, I'm a beat bopper today, like so can we talk about that aspect of being a
Absolutely.
woman and presenting yourself in that space?
Absolutely. Now, because you're a woman, you do not have to be scantily clad. You know, you should know how to still look good, still show some skin, and have respect and confidence when you're walking to a room because you don't want people to have this negative aspect after you've walked in the room and you might not have done your job. So at least look the part. And I'm a Wendy Williams fan. She said something, not that I do it. She always said, fake it until you make it. So it's very important that, you dress for the part, you look the part from head to toe, head to toe. No, nothing missing, and you just command the room, you command whatever space that you're in. And that starts with how you look, whether it's with makeup, your hair, your outfit, your shoes, any accessories. And that actually I learned from Cynthia Clark. She was at Riser Summit last year talking about style. So you really want to have your own style and have the confidence with your style, because you're your brand. You are your own brand. When people see me walk into a room, they know it's Breeze. They know it's Empress Breeze, and I am her, whether,
Yeah,
whether I
I
have the shirt on or not.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. I love the fact that you said brand.
mhm.
Because a lot of us don't realize that we are branding. We're a brand wherever we go. I'm the
I,
type of girl, like, I like to make my hats, make my shirts, do whatever
I
I
see
have
you with
to do.
the get with the fix hat.
I'm a
You let
brand.
everybody know that this is who I am. This is my brand.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that for a little bit, right? Because again, a lot of and this is, women and men don't understand the branding aspect of being in this space. How did you decide that, I have to make sure that when I step outside, people respect me, people understand that this is my business, this is my brand, the name is Empress Breeze, and you're going to respect all of that.
Really, Michelle, that's a work in progress, honestly. It took me a little while to get here to realize, like, you call yourself Empress Breeze, you play music, you're in different spaces, just networking and getting to know everyone. You have to maintain a certain presence and therefore create your own brand and let that be known. Like, I am Empress Breeze, the entity, the enterprise, everything. That also came along with, as I started to think of a business name, to LLC myself, and really truly make this a business. Because how long are we really going to do the 9 to 5 all day, every day? We have so many talents that can be shared with the world. So that's a work in progress. It's still happening, because sometimes I change names and I have thoughts. So it's overtime, to answer you. It's not something that happened overnight.
I like it. I like it. But you're here and you're
I'm here.
doing it.
Don't know
You're
it.
and you're doing it. Let's talk about the LLC part
Mhm.
of what you just mentioned, right? Again, a lot of people don't think of what they're doing as a business.
Right.
How important do you think the LLC is for DJs, for creatives, for branding and all of that?
It's so important, because you are collecting some type of a fund in order to do what you're doing. So you don't want to just collect it and then look for the next fund, and keep you want to have something steady, and you also want to have something to show, like, I'm serious, because you never know who or what is watching, and where these events can lead up to. Anything is possible. So I think it's really important to have your LLC, or at least have a company name. For example, when I and book for private events, I make sure I send out a contract with my logo stating, the day of events, time, the pricing. So that's really important, because over time and for so long, it wasn't considered a real business. Like, look at even, dub situations. That's a
Yeah.
write-off. Like, this is work that's happening. You have to take it serious at some point. It is fun though, but you still have to maintain some level of seriousness with it, because it can take you anywhere.
Yeah. Something you just mentioned, even with dubs, even with purchasing dubs as a DJ, and how important you need to know that that's a tax write-off, because it's a loss. It's
Exactly.
a loss.
You're spending money. Any kind of money, you should be able to collect some form of, in this country. Try to collect some tax on it.
It's crazy that I try to have those conversations with people all the time, right? And I have an accountant that I use for everything that I do, right?
But
And I didn't know all of this stuff was a loss, right? This is something that I learned myself when I acquired an accountant to do what I need to do. So now every time I spend a dollar,
you account
because
for
because I have a LLC,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a difference when it comes to putting in my tax paperwork. And people are not us in this business. I think a lot of times us as Caribbean people, we just do things and be like, eh,
No, you can't. Not in this country. Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
There's so many things that can be done, and we're having fun doing this. So at least, use the government the same way they use us. That's just me. That's just
That, that's it.
that's
Like
how
it's
it
very
should.
simple. That's
But
how it should.
and we're all working together, so there has to be some form of professionalism in the business. You can't just be doing things fleety flighty, like I do this for you, you do this for me. Not all the time that works.
Right, right, definitely. Are you gonna be going back on any radio stations, like
I don't
any?
know. I would love to, because radio is like my hiding place. Big up to Chaz. I long years ago I started. I was the first lady on Volume Radio. That was a local station here in Brooklyn. So big up to Chaz, because if it wasn't for Chaz, you wouldn't hear my voice either. He's the one that was like, Breeze, you need to talk. You need to say something. It's not a mix show. But I love radio. Radio is like my hiding place, and like I said, seeing Pat McKay in person and just sharing a few words with her, I would love to. I love radio, and with radio too, you can play certain songs that I wouldn't be able to play in a juggling dance, or even in a private event. You can
Right, right,
actually do your job as a DJ and present music. I think
yeah.
there's so much music that gets lost because it's not heard
Mm.
in an event or in a dance hall space. There's some DJs who's not willing to take the risk to present the song and let the crowd hear. And then we have streaming services too. So it's like a lot of things get lost in the sauce. So I would love to do radio again.
Well, you have a home here when you're ready. When you're ready, it's here. You just let me know, and we could work it out. We
Wow.
could definitely
Sure.
work it out. Again, Breeze, I admire you. You've always been very kind to me. And I absolutely love everything that you do. Being a woman in this space, people don't even understand the hardships
It's not easy.
of it. They have no idea because we're not sitting around talking. I feel like we need to do like a podcast, right?
That would be great. That's actually something that's on the to-do list. Big up my boo Camilla. She actually suggested that to me. And once again, it's on the to-do list. I gotta post it right here. of, of things to do. So I would love to, because there's so much to talk about. And I some of these podcasts are just like, you don't know where your chats. Stop it. You wasn't there. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop it. So I that's on the list, the to-do list of just talking about being a woman in this industry and the challenges of it. We also have women things going on. Not all. I love music, but sometimes maybe I don't want to go nowhere right now. Maybe I just want to chill for 2 seconds. And of course, a man probably would take that and say, see, woman can't do it. But no, just give me a second.
I need a moment. Can I get a moment? You mentioned that the challenges in this space, being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember like a challenge you've had and how you overcame it?
I've had so many challenges because I think people take me simple and they don't know what to expect when I do get on a set. I had an event, a private event a few years back. It was a Christmas party. It's a lit Christmas party because they invite me every year to play for them. And I'm on the flyer. A flyer was made. I'm on the flyer. But however, there was another DJ. I think his name was Small on the flyer. Anyhow, he came. I played, then he played, and then I had all intention of closing out the night. Mr. Sir never want to give me back the sound. The crowd was like, make the girl play. All right. And he kind of got mad and antsy, and it's just like, bro, I'm on the flyer, not you.
I'm the headliner here, not you.
I'm the one, not you, boo. So he eventually allowed me to continue playing, and the man get mad because here I am busting the dance.
That's
So
why they hired you.
and so those are the main challenges that I have. It's like, they think I'm simple until they hear me, and then they're like, oh shit. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Michelle. My
Fine.
bad.
That word is okay. That word is definitely fine. If you could look back at your younger self, that
Mhm.
young girl, and I don't know if you have any of those pictures when you were playing music and learning it and that type of stuff. If you look when you look back at that girl, what was something that you wanted to say to her? What would you want to say to her?
I would really tell her, use your voice. You have a voice, so use your voice. And I tell myself that now in this current age, because when I did the Clash, I didn't want to talk. I was gonna play the song them and not say a word, but that cannot work. And even now, it's like, use your voice. Use your voice. You can do it.
I like it. I definitely like it. Are you using your voice more now?
Well, you hear me now.
Guys, when you meet Empress Breeze in person, she's so soft and and then when she goes, it's like me, right? People are always like, "Oh my God, you're always in a corner. You don't talk to nobody, whatever." But give me a microphone, and I'm good to go, right?
Exactly. I'm getting
So
there.
I get it, and I understand, and I have a young girl on this radio that she's 16 and she started playing. I think she was 12 or 13 when
Nice.
she started playing. She plays with her dad. And she don't speak, she don't talk. Dad does the talking and she juggles. When I tell you she juggling, she
Nice.
juggled, right? And I keep saying to him, hey, get her to talk. She has to talk because you're not always going to be
Correct.
next to her. And she loves this. When I tell you, she kills the place every time she's on,
Wow.
right? I've been encouraging her to do that. So I want to know if I could use you as somebody that can talk to her, mentor her, to help her to understand how important that voice is.
I would love to, because a lot of advice that I've received just in regards of, getting on the mic and talking, it's like, you don't have to say much. Like, you can still have an effect with the simplest of words, but at least let your voice be heard and don't overthink it. Like, I'm in the process of, not overthinking things as much as I used to. And I mean, like, overthink, like,
Mm.
to a T. So I would love to, and even mentoring her and helping her, that will get me out in the limelight even more.
Yeah, definitely. She doesn't live locally, but she play when I tell you Empress Beach, you would look at her like, hey, you are me. You're like,
I would love
you're
to.
like
What's her name, so I
her
could check her
DJ Garcia, DJ Garcia. And her father is Glamour Pen. He plays
out.
on the station. DJ Glamour Pen. He plays on the station and I'm always like, is Garcia next to you? She better be next to you because I really want to hear you play. I want to hear her playing. And I enjoy listening to her, but that voice,
Mm,
and I know that she's afraid and she's scared,
don't
but I
be.
feel like if there's another woman such as yourself that can have the conversation with her, like, hey, use it,
You have
start.
you have a voice.
Yeah.
And I tell myself that too, because it's just like, there's nothing to be scared of. However, I look at solo selectors, I look at them as magicians, because to be able to say this and that and then mix at the same time, that's a talent in itself. That's different. So I'm
It,
getting there.
yeah, I love it. I love it for you, Empress Bees. I
Thank
definitely
you.
love it. So before I let everybody go, I like to, ask them to leave us with something positive. What's
Sure.
your positive thought for today? What's your positive thought for today?
Um, appreciate the little things and every blessing that comes your way. I work in the healthcare field outside of DJing, and death is so imminent that you really have to live here in the moment and appreciate everything, whether it's good or bad. Because one thing that's for certain in this life is death, and you want to live your life to the fullest and have a legacy behind it.
What's your legacy? What do you think your legacy?
I'm still building a legacy, but I think um standing on my own, as a woman, and doing it my way, basically, or whatever way I know how to. There's no training or anything when it comes to DJing. You just kind of navigate it on your own, and you're blessed to be in certain spaces, and you just take that blessing and go.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Empress Breeze, I want to thank you
A
for
pleasure,
being here
Michelle.
tonight.
Thank you.
A few years ago, she wouldn't accept none of this. None
I
of this
would
would
not. Glad you know.
None
I
of
would
this
not.
will be happening. None of this will be happening. So you're coming out of your shelf and you have so much knowledge that can help someone else. I feel like next year, when you are at Rise Her Summit, you need to be presenting something. I feel like
Too.
people need to hear you. People need to hear you. Yes, you do this music, but you have a story and people need to hear that. And I'm telling you, you're gonna be inspiring some young girls who see you doing this. So I think that's something that you should work on for next year, like presenting something.
I will. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Look, this life is a journey, and
Yeah.
every day there's something to learn. I tell even my daughter, I say every day you learn something new. Don't think that you know everything. So
Oh,
I have no problem, learning, uh presenting. I'm kind of a free fall. I accept everything that comes my way, like I said, whether good or bad. And I'm very religious, so God knows when. He's the master.
amen.
So
Amen.
when he say move, I move.
Amen. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. So Empress Breeze, give everybody your social media handles and where they can reach out to you for bookings.
Sure. So you can find me on all social media platforms at Empress Breeze One. There's only one of me. There's no carbon copy. Empress Breeze One. If you are interested in booking me, please reach out via email at empressbreeze1@gmail.com. Do not DM me, because that DM will stay right there. Email me if you are interested in having me. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Everybody who is in my corner. That's such a big deal for me. All my supporters. Of course, my brother DJ AK, tomorrow's his birthday, so big him up. And everybody. The list is enormous, but I don't want to leave nobody out. Big up everybody. Big up mommy, daddy, my little munchkin upstairs. She building her Legos while I do this.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm just grateful, and thank you so much, Michelle, because I got in time. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it there.
God in time, and this is the time. Time is now. The time is now. Time is definitely now. So Empress Breeze, thank you for being here. And like I said, when you're ready, the station is here. Okay.
Thank you. All right, I'm coming. We soon come.
All right.
All right, darling.
Have a good night.
You too, my love. Take care.
Thank you. Get with the fix, Michelle G. What a great night. What a great night of interviews. I had my first Nigerian artist here tonight, which is really dope. I've never spoken to a Nigerian artist, so that's dope. And of course, we ended Women's History Month with DJ Empress Breeze. She's really dope, guys. When I tell you, really, really dope. So I am Michelle G. I am out the building. I'm supposed to have a big surprise next time I'm in front of here. I don't want to talk about it. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm Michelle G.
Pressure that. Yeah. Pressure that. Pressure than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Pressure than who? Pressure than you. We are a brother. Never give me two. Oh, yeah, back breed like a calalo. And anyway, me walk for me set up follow you. No issues. White tea. Smell good. IG. Guardian. Asian. Guyanese. Big beat. Pressure that. Pressure that. Pressure that. Yeah. Pressure that. Pressure that you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Pressure than who? Pressure than you. We are a brother. Pressure that. Pressure that. Pressure that. Yeah. Pressure that. Pressure than you and you and fresher than, fresher than, yeah, fresher than. Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and 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 you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you. We are a brother, never give me two. Go your back breed like a calalo. And anyway me walk, for me set to follow you. No issues, white tea, smell good. IG, yard gal, Asian, Guyanese, big piece, don't so clearly. Big gal, get it down a mile road. She a take picture, fresher than the peppermint when they in the garden. So fresh, fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you, you and 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 you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you. We are a brother, never give me two. Go your back breed like a calalo. And anyway me walk, for me set to follow you.
Yo, the fix Michelleg, I'm at the building. DJ G is up right now. Bye.
That can't find that. Put a girl so much up and put them on timer. Feet at the baddest, shoes at the maddest, full of clothes in a closet. Freshest from the planet. Yeah, fresh like me. Y'all niggas ain't got it. Money stuff up in the pocket like whoa. Fresher than you and you and you and you and you and you and you. You and you and you and you and you and you and you. Fresher than who? Fresher than you.